Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's career development session, Mastering the HR Manager Interview. My name is Lena. I work as a career development advisor and content creator, and I have trained many professionals to successfully face interviews for leadership roles. Today, we'll focus on preparing you for one of the most important moments in your career, facing the interview board for the role of HR manager. The different types of questions you may face, the logic behind those questions, what the interviewers are really trying to assess, how to answer them in a structured and confident way with real examples, your behavior, etiquette, and body language inside the interview room, the ideal dress code and appearance for maximum impact. I encourage you to listen actively, imagine yourself in the hot seat, and reflect on how you would respond. Let's get started. Deep dive into interview questions and answers. 1. Tell us about yourself. Why they ask? This is not just a warm-up. It's a test of how you present yourself, structure your thoughts, and align your personal brand with the HR role. Bad answer example. Well, I was born in place. I like traveling, reading books. I have worked in HR for some time. Too personal, unfocused, doesn't connect to the role. Good answer example. Descriptive. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is your name, and I have over X years of HR experience across recruitment, employee relations, and organizational development. In my previous role at company, I successfully reduced employee turnover by 20% by introducing structured engagement programs. I see myself as someone who bridges the gap between people and business strategy, and that's why I'm excited about the HR manager role in your company. Tip: structure your answer with past, present, future. 2. Why do you want to work as an HR manager in our company? What they test: motivation, knowledge of the company, long-term career alignment. Good answer example. I've studied your company's HR practices, and I'm impressed by your strong focus on employee well-being. For example, your recent initiative on flexible working hours shows that you value work-life balance. I believe my experience in designing employee engagement strategies aligns perfectly with this culture. As an HR manager here, I can contribute by strengthening your employer brand and enhancing retention programs. Extra tip: always research the company beforehand and mention something specific: culture, HR policy, or reputation. 3. How do you handle conflict between employees? Why they ask? Conflict management is one of the core responsibilities of HR. Strong answer, step by step. My first step is to listen to both parties individually, giving each person space to share their side without interruption. Then I bring them together in a neutral setting and guide a constructive conversation, focusing on facts rather than emotions. If needed, I refer to company policy to ensure fairness. My goal is not just to resolve the immediate conflict, but to restore trust and improve working relationships. Add-on, share a real example if possible. 4. What strategies would you use for recruitment and talent acquisition? Good answer, strategic, and detailed. I believe in a proactive approach. First, building a strong employer brand so that top candidates want to join us. Second, diversifying sourcing, using LinkedIn, employee referrals, and campus recruitment. Third, ensuring fair and structured interviews using competency-based assessments. And finally, using data to analyze which channels bring the best hires. This ensures we attract not only skilled professionals, but also people who fit our culture. 5. How do you ensure employee engagement and retention? Detailed answer. Retention doesn't come from salary alone. It's about recognition, growth, and culture. I focus on 3 pillars: communication, open channels for feedback through surveys and town halls, recognition, celebrating both small and big achievements, development, offering career growth programs, mentorship, and training. For example, in my last role, I introduced a career pathing framework that helped employees visualize their growth. As a result, turnover dropped by 15% in 1 year. 6. How do you handle poor performance? Structured approach. Identify the gap with data. Discuss privately, avoiding embarrassment. Provide support, training, mentoring, tools. Set measurable goals. If no improvement, take corrective action as per policy. Sample answer. In my last role, I worked with an underperforming team member by creating a personalized improvement plan. After coaching and setting clear targets, their performance improved within 3 months. My philosophy is to support first, but also hold employees accountable. 7. What is your knowledge of labor laws and compliance? Good answer. As an HR professional, staying updated on labor laws is a responsibility I take seriously. I ensure compliance with rules on wages, working hours, health and safety, maternity benefits, and anti-discrimination. I also conduct workshops for managers so that compliance is not just HR's responsibility, but part of the organizational culture. 8. What is your leadership style? Descriptive answer. I would describe my style as participatory and coaching-oriented. I believe in empowering team members by giving them ownership while guiding them with clear direction. I also adapt, sometimes more directive in urgent situations, but mostly collaborative to build trust and accountability. 9. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Good approach, ambition balanced with loyalty. I see myself growing into a senior HR leadership role where I contribute to shaping organizational strategy. I want to mentor younger HR professionals and help create a workplace that becomes a competitive advantage. 10. Do you have any questions for us? This is your chance to shine. Good questions. How does this organization measure the success of HR initiatives? What are the current HR challenges you're facing? How does HR collaborate with other departments here? Never say, "No, I don't have any questions." Behavior, etiquette, and body language. Now let's talk about your behavior inside the interview room. First impression matters. Smile warmly. Greet each panel member. Handshake. Firm, not too hard, not too soft, if culturally appropriate. Posture. Sit upright. Avoid crossing arms, which signals defensiveness. Eye contact. Share it equally with all panel members. Don't stare. Gestures. Use natural hand movements, but don't overdo it. Voice control. Speak clearly, confidently, and with pauses. Attentiveness. Listen actively, nod slightly, and don't interrupt. Closing. Thank them sincerely, shake hands again, and leave calmly. Remember, interviewers judge not only your words, but your energy, composure, and professionalism. Dress code and appearance. Your attire communicates seriousness before you even speak. For men, dark suit, navy, charcoal, or black, light shirt, white or pastel, conservative tie, polished leather shoes, well-groomed hair and clean shave or trimmed beard. For women, formal business suit, skirt or trousers, neutral blouse, closed-toe shoes, subtle makeup, minimal jewelry, neat hairstyle. General. Avoid bright, flashy colors. Carry a neat folder with CV copies. Avoid strong perfume or accessories that distract. Practical final tips. Research. Study the company's HR policies, culture, and recent news. Prepare stories. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, for answers. Mock interviews. Practice with a friend or mentor. Time management. Arrive 15 minutes early. Positive close. Always thank them for their time and express enthusiasm. To wrap up, remember this. An interview is not just about proving your skills. It's about proving your value. As an HR manager, you're not only managing people, you're shaping the culture, safeguarding compliance, and driving the company's long-term success. So walk into that room with confidence, professionalism, and authenticity. Prepare your answers, polish your behavior, and dress for success. And most importantly, believe in yourself. If you don't believe in your value, the interview board won't either. Thank you, and I wish you the very best in your upcoming HR manager interviews.